windows though.
What's going on? Virgil from Spawn of Face here with another episode of Gun Stuff with Spawn of Face. And today, do I have a treat for you guys. Today we're going to be looking at shotguns. And I've got two shotguns that are still in use with the United States military today. The Mossberg 500 and the Benelli M4. The Mossberg 500 has been around since the 1960s. It was adopted by the military to replace the old Winchester M1897 trench gun. It is a pump action shotgun, meaning that after each shot you have to manually cycle the action in order to extract the spent shell and load in the next round. Moving on to the Benelli M4. This was adopted by the United States Marine Corps in the late 1990s. It is a semi-automatic shotgun, meaning all you have to do is pull a trigger and then you can go party hardy with it. So, unlike other semi-auto shotguns of the past, which are strictly inertia-driven, this is inertia-driven with a gas-operated assist. And it uses an auto-regulating gas operating system, which means it can cycle through a variety of different shot shell loads. As you can see, both my guns are blinged well up. The model Mossberg I have actually is the Maverick 88, which is the budget version of the Mossberg 500. Kind of like the Squire to the Fender Stratocaster, or the Epiphone to the Gibson Les Paul. So you're probably wondering, if I can afford a Benelli M4, why did I go with a budget version of the Mossberg 500? It has a ATI retractable stock with a 5-shot shell side saddle. The only big difference between this and a Mossberg 500 is the crossbolt safety, whereas the 500 has it right here in the back of the receiver. It also does not come with screws to accommodate a rail, so if you wanted to put an optic on this thing, then you would need to buy some third-party stuff. But this thing is a lot of fun, super reliable, like most pump shotguns are. Weapons cleared. I made sure of that. My Benelli M4, which I've nicknamed Enza, has a Bushnell's RSX 100 red dot and a Mesa tactical stock with a cheek riser, so I can basically get a good cheek weld while still being able to see down the sight. As I mentioned, this thing's semi-auto and its action is really smooth. In order to feed it, you just gotta press this latch right there, and you can go ahead and feed rounds through the top, and then press the release right here, and then feed the rest of the rounds through the bottom. Both of these have a 5+1 capacity, although both of them can be fitted with extended tube magazines to increase that to 7+1. All right, that being said, let's take these bad boys out to the range and have some fun. Now that we've had our vegetables, we can finally move on to dessert. Luckily for us, dessert is vegetables. I got a bunch of pumpkins out there that we can hopefully blow up. So we'll have some fun. We'll see if we can blow these pumpkins all to everlasting fuck off. Whee! That was a confetti shot. That wasn't really that impressive. I got the GoPro set up. I'm about 5 meters away from the target because I only have so many of these shotgun shells. I don't want to miss. First one I'm going to be doing is just your regular old bird shot. Same kind of stuff that you get whenever you go skeet shooting or shooting geese and whatnot. So here we go. It's so much fun. Well, that pumpkin ain't gonna be flying anytime soon. Gross. Does that make you hungry? So the next round that I'm gonna be shooting is this one right here. This is a flechette round. Instead of little BBs or pellets or whatever, it shoots little needles. You can imagine that that'd be pretty gnarly if it were going up against flesh, but I guess the next best thing we got is a fresh pumpkin up there. So let's see how this goes. Here we go. Awesome. Oh, I missed. So I'm hoping that we can actually find some of the little flechette pieces on this pumpkin. As you can see, it did not survive. Plenty of holes. Right here you can see where all the little needles kind of went through, and it just kind of blasted its way out the other end. So, okay, so here's the pumpkin guts.
Oh, here we go. Found one. See, that's what these things look like. Yeah, if you can imagine 20 of these flying towards your face, I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that. Yeesh. Last fresh pumpkin we have, and the last specialty around I have is this thing called the Macho Groucho. It's 2 very heavy pellets that are tied together by a metal or steel string. So if you can imagine the little bolus thing, that's basically what this shoots. Back in the day, they used to do that with 2 big cannonballs that were tied together with a chain, and they used to be able to shoot those at ship masts and tear down the sails and whatnot. So this is basically the little miniature version of these. So we're gonna see what it does to a pumpkin. You ready? Here we go. So I forgot to hit record on the GoPro because I'm a stupid face. So let's go ahead and shoot it again. I'm gonna get that one of these days. All right, as you can see, the bolus around didn't really explode the pumpkin in a very grandiose fashion. I got one of these things left over. It's just a regular old tried and true double-aught buck. Let's have some fun. Ah! Ah ha ha! All right, I'm gonna get this correct. Ha 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 ha! Got it! Ha ha! Woohoo! Ah! Alrighty, so we're back in Salina, Kansas. I've set out a target about 15 yards away from me. We've got the Benelli M4. This is a semi-automatic shotgun, so we're gonna load it up with 5 shells, a bird shot, see how fast we can get shots on target this time around. Ready? Pretty good. All right, now we're gonna do something a little bit more fun. We're gonna set up some of these. I always tell my patients, don't give your kids soda. Soda causes tooth decay. It'll give them diabetes. Oh, I feel myself getting 5 pounds fatter. We're gonna give the diabetes the what for today. Alrighty, we've got the condemned high fructose corn syrup hanging from the gallows here. So I'm gonna load up 5 rounds. First one, I'm gonna hit this reactive target right here and then go 2, 3, 4. And then the last shot is gonna ding this metal target. So we got 5 shells, 5 targets. Let's get her done. Here we go. Ha ha! All right, that was a lot of fun, wasn't it? Let's do something a little bit more interesting. I set up a brand new target up on our little post here. The point of this next little drill that we're gonna do is to kind of see the effects of different loads on human analog. The human analog that we're using today is Mr. Chicken. I'm a chicken. Bark, 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 bark. Anyways, I have 3 different loads set up in the gun right now. Let's go ahead and see what a 7.5 bird shot fired from a 2 3/4 inch shell does to this poor bird. I think it's dead. Well, the damage is pretty catastrophic, but I think this gigantic hole is more from the wadding, so I think I might be standing a little bit too close. Let's go ahead and back up and see what that bird shot does. Okay, so now I'm about 10 yards back. I'm really hoping the spread of this doesn't destroy my GoPro, but we'll go ahead and see what happens. 7.5 bird shot, here we go. So yeah, this poor chicken's shredded, but you can see all the little individual holes there. That's basically what the 7.5 bird shot kind of looks like. Let's go ahead and finish it off with a little bit of double-aught buck. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna survive this. Let's just get her done. You ready? Here we go. It's dead. Just like even approaching the kill zone, there's just chicken bits everywhere, and our poor friend here is well, he's not coming back. He's done flying. Still, there's a good chunk of them that's still kind of trying to get away. It seems like just a kind of awful thing to leave a creature like this to suffer, so let's go ahead and put him out of his misery. The last round that I have right here is a 1 ounce solid lead slug. Here we go. We'll see how this goes. Here we go. Yeah, that's chicken hamburger right there. I got one more rifled slug here. Let's go ahead and give him a proper send-off. Man, check out that hydrostatic shock right there. Right where it entered, it just cavitated that entire chicken breast and just blew a gigantic hole in the ground. Yep, that was a good day. Yeah, I'm hungry. We've been doing all sorts of boring talk and tests with these things. Let's get on to the grand finale. I have with me here 3 rounds of Dragon's Breath. Instead of regular shot, it fires off burning magnesium at a distance of about 200 feet. I have another chicken set up over there, and I haven't had lunch yet, so let's get some food. This should be a lot of fun. Here we go. Dragon's Breath rounds versus chicken. Hopefully I don't set this place on fire. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Let's do it again. Woo!